there, you guys. This is going to be another pick a card reading using the Angel Tarot cards by Dorian Virtue. So this is going to be how to overcome fears. Okay, so I feel a lot of anxiety and anxiousness. So I felt like this reading would be fitting on how to overcome your fears. Okay, it's a start. It's not going to work overnight. It may take some practice. Okay, you may pick one card that resonates with overall just overcoming fears. If there is a specific thing that you are in fear of, let's say you have a fear of death, or you have a fear of meeting new people, or you have a fear of heights, or you have a fear about this job interview, you know, that you're scheduled to go to, whatever the case may be, whatever the situation is and you feel called to look into, I pray that Spirit will reach you through each card that you choose, or whatever card, whether it's one or multiple cards. So I'm going to pull 5 cards. I'm going to ask Spirit to tune into all individuals out there who are seeking this very thing, this guidance or clarity on this, that are seeking help with overcoming a specific fear or fears. And I'm asking for 5 cards, Divine Spirit. 5 cards. Okay. You weren't supposed to see that. You weren't supposed to see that. And I wasn't supposed to see it either. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you guys some moment here to meditate on the cards. Meditate with the cards. Alright, hopefully you guys had enough time to choose a card. Okay, those of you who picked card 1, you have Awakening with Archangel Gabriel. It says, look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. So how to overcome your fear, Spirit says that you got to look at things from a totally new perspective now, okay? I feel like you have enough knowledge and wisdom now to move forth and overcome this. It just takes you shifting your perception and not looking at the past to validate the future. It may take some time to step back and do that, but like the card says, it's important to be yourself. So whatever the situation may be, it may call for you to be your totally authentic self, whereas maybe in the past you struggled because you weren't totally being honest or real with yourself or others. So overcoming this, it requires you shifting your perception, looking at things from a higher wisdom, okay? And Archangel Gabriel may also be able to help you with that. He is a messenger, or she, whatever you resonate with. Angels are genderless, so Archangel Gabriel is a messenger of God. Okay, so they can totally help you and assist you with this. Okay. All right. Those of you who've chosen card number 2, you have King of Earth, and this is a court card. So the characteristics are generous, professional, responsible, practical, a successful time. Confidently accept opportunities you are offered, the Midas touch. So to overcome these fears, it just takes you being this energy, like the card says, generous, responsible, being practical, being professional. Could very well be that it's about finances that you're in fear of, or something on a material level, whether it's your home life, school, your health. It all relies on how you view yourself and how grounded you are within, okay, is really what I'm getting. But it's telling you that this is a successful time. So I just feel like you need to see yourself, like it says, confidently accept the offers that you are being offered, or opportunities that you're being offered. Okay, so I feel like there's some things that are waiting for you around the corner, or there's some opportunities, and it's all about your confidence. I feel like, do you believe that you're worthy to have whatever this is? Like, that's the biggest way to overcome this, is you got to see yourself in a bigger light. Okay, you got to find some ground. You got to ground yourself, possibly. I feel like spirit is saying to go out in nature. Whatever this is, it could have something to do with your fear of maybe animals, a fear of just the outdoors. Some people don't like trees. Some people don't like bugs, birds, certain things that nature probably touches them the wrong way. Could even be your fear of stability. Okay, but spirit's just telling you that you got to see yourself in a higher light. And if you're afraid, because there's a lot of bugs here, if you're afraid of bugs, I'm getting that they respond to you how you respond to them. So if you're in a good vibration, you're generous, you're being lovable, because the king of earth, he's connected to Mother Earth. So how you respond is how nature is going to respond to you. Okay, so I hope that helps you. All right, those of you who have chosen card number 3, you got ego. Okay, with Archangel Jophiel, it says a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. So it's your ego that you need to overcome with this. Okay, you have a false sense of entrapment. This is like the devil card. So you believe in the boogeyman so much that it controls your life. So whatever this fear is, or what you're fearing, or who you're fearing possibly, you're allowing it to control your life. You're not moving, or you're not living because of this fear. And it's really stemming from your ego. Our ego likes to make scenarios up and make us believe that it's protecting us and it's doing what's best for us, and what it's doing is it's keeping us stagnant and stuck. It's an illusion. It's not real. Okay, so in order to overcome this fear, you have to overcome your ego first. Okay, he's masked. He has a mask on. So it's like you're not seeing things clearly for what they are. You're looking at things from an illusion. So that's one way to look at it. Anytime these unnecessary fears and you feel like you're trapped and helpless and you can't do something because of this circumstance, could be a fear of a past situation or a person that's maybe egotistical. Could be someone that abused you, that talked down to you, a bully. It's like you got to look past the illusion of that thing, that it was only meant to keep you down, to hold you back. And it could even be that it's your own ego that's doing that as well. So that's what needs to be overcome, is the ego. That's how you're going to overcome the fear. All right, those of you who've chosen card number 4, you have the Queen of Air. And her characteristics are independent, experienced, realistic, witty. The message on the card is objective decision making. Clearing away all that no longer serves you. Seeing the humor in a situation. So it's like the Queen of Swords. So she's all about the intellect. She's wise, okay? She's very direct, very straightforward. In order to overcome your fears, you gotta look at it from a different perspective, okay? A mature place. Because you could be looking at this from a sense of immaturity a little bit, I feel. The word experience stands out to me, and realistic. So you gotta be, it's like you've experienced this situation before and you're just finding excuses why it is real and why you should be afraid of it. But Spirit's telling you, you have the conscious decision to get over this, okay? Because it's like, good and well, it's like you have a very clear, like a wise view on this as to why it's not that serious as you're making it, which is why they say find the humor in the situation, because it's like you're making it out to be much bigger than what it is, and very good and well that this fear is just a fear you're playing out in your mind. She has a crystal ball in her hand, so she sees things very clearly. Okay, she's very sharp-minded. She's experienced, remember. So you're wise enough and mature enough to know that this fear is just a fear, and it's just something you need to let go of and release, because you know it doesn't serve you, but it's like you're holding on to it for some reason just to validate why it's real. So that's a little bit of ego there too. Okay. All right. Last but not least, if you've chosen card number 5, you have 17, the Star, and it's with Archangel Jophiel again. Okay. And her message is happy times, making positive, optimistic long-term plans. You're on the right path. Okay. So this fear, there's a reason why you fear this. Okay. It's almost like this is something that you just can't grasp or understand why you fear this or where it comes from. There's a sense of you're needing to heal yourself in relation to this fear. There's something that you feel disconnected from this fear. Whatever you're fearing, it's like you feel like it's outside of yourself, and it's connected to you. It's not outside of you. It's like the stars and the universe. We think that it's something so great and grand and it's outside of us and we're not a part of it. But in actuality, we are a part of it, not apart from it, if that makes sense. So whatever this fear is, it's like you make it bigger than you, and you're not seeing the fact that you're connected to this fear. If that makes sense. So for me, I chose this card for my fear in God. And the fear that I have in God is it needs to be healed, because it's not coming from a pure place. It's coming from the ego and not seeing the fact that I'm connected to God. And that's pretty much what the stars are saying. Like, we are not apart from the universe and nature. We're all created in the same essence, in a way, just different manifestations of God's creation, but we're all in that same, how do I say it, God's creation. We're all a part of it. So nothing is really ever separate, not even us as human beings. We have different manifestations and different things and different abilities. Bugs and birds, they all have their own different nature, but we all come from the same creator, if that makes sense. So this fear is a fear of separation, I feel, that needs to be healed. Okay. Because you have every reason not to fear it. It's like you got to overcome that fear of separation, and it may be different for you guys too, because the stars are like this distant thing we'll never have or ever reach. It's unobtainable, or it's this big great bright light and we're just this mundane thing. So that fear of separation, or fear of not being worthy or grateful, so you got to overcome it and see that you are one and the same, that nobody is greater than the other. Nothing outside of us is not a reflection of us. We're all one, if that makes sense. Okay, we all share the same space. All right, so that's the reading, you guys. I hope that this resonates with you and that you found this helpful in some way. As always, I'm sending you guys much love. Until next time, peace.